Hey guys, it's Every Bit of Pretty back with another video. This actually is my first episode of Pretty and Saved. So if this is your first time joining me, basically on this side of my YouTube, it's gonna be all things just faith and how I'm walking this thing out, and I just want to be very open about my journey and have a little community that we can talk and I guess in some ways discipleship. Have some type of discipleship, I guess I should say. So I'll be doing my makeup. No, I won't be going into any details. I will literally just be having an open space and talking about my journey and my walk with Jesus Christ. I got to make sure I say who it is. God, yes, but Jesus Christ is who I'm talking about in particular. So, if you don't like this type of content, you can exit if you want to. But I know that I dropped a video last year and I had a lot of people really enjoy the video I dropped. So I know it's some people that's already here in my space that's going to enjoy this. But yeah, so this will be my the first episode. Look at me being nervous, like I don't know who y'all are, but my first episode, and we just gonna name this episode "Pretty and Saved," an introduction. So yeah, let me get into it with me. I'm just gonna be doing my makeup and chit chatting about my journey. My name is Rashana, and I am 32 years old. I will be 33 in August. I have 2 children. I'm a single mom, and I guess my career title as of right now, because still trying to figure this thing out, but I am a cosmetologist full time. I do hair and I do makeup. So I could just say my journey with being a Christian woman started off, I could say, around the age of 13. I got baptized and saved with the Holy Ghost around that time, and I received the gift of tongues. I think I was like maybe 14 or 15, I believe. It was such a long time ago. So I always had a relationship with God, but as an adult, it's been not difficult, but I feel like I've been trying to develop a relationship with Him even more as of recently, these last couple years. I finally came to realize that I cannot do it without Him. So just because I said I was Christian and I believed in God, I wasn't necessarily walking that way. And looking back on it as I'm getting older and really tapping back into my faith, I'm realizing that in some ways I can judge myself and say I was like a Christian atheist in a way, because I was like claiming to be Christian, but I just wasn't walking by His word at all. And I really haven't started doing that completely until recently. I feel like being a Christian woman, it takes time, it takes discipline, it takes obedience, it takes not fitting in, it takes sometimes heartbreaking, you letting go of things that you necessarily don't want to let go of, if that makes sense. And I think I was just so tired of doing everything the way I thought it should go. And I know y'all heard the saying that obedience is better than sacrifice. And I feel like that's what I was going through. I was very stubborn in my situation. in life, and I've had I feel like I had God tell me to do things and I just went against the grain and didn't do it, or leave situations and I didn't do it. And yeah, I'm grateful that I'm closer with him, but like I said, it has been a journey. Um, it hasn't been easy. It really hasn't. I never would have thought I would have been 32 years old, a single mother, not married, not very sure in the career path that I'm going, because I'm so confused about that right now. I'm trying to figure it out. But at the same time, I'm saying all of these things. It's really not a bad thing, because me getting closer to him, I feel like maybe everything around me may be falling apart, just for him to build back up, if that makes sense. Because yes, honestly, my career is not where I wanted to be, and it was on the up and up a few years ago when, business was booming. The economy is bad, and I mean, by the grace of God, I'm still able to do and make ends meet and things like that. But I'm uncomfortable for sure. I'm uncomfortable, and I don't like the space that I'm in right now with life, especially how I'm used to rolling, how I'm used to moving and splurging. And I know this is the season for me to steward over my finances and just everything, and understand that. And back to me saying that obedience is better than sacrifice, because there's been so many times that I've been called to not do this and not do that, and I still did it. So yeah, so it's kind of led me in some of the situations that I'm in. But in the same breath of me saying all of this, I truly feel like it doesn't matter, because the relationship that I have with God and put him in the center of everything in my life, it don't matter. Like, I don't feel like I'm missing something. It sounds crazy, but if you know, you know. It don't feel like I'm missing, although I'm in a tough spot in my life. I don't feel like I'm lacking anything. It's a sense of peace behind it, because of that relationship I done built with him. I've had to let go of relationships I never necessarily didn't want to let go of, but it literally just didn't align in what I know that God has seen for me. And although I don't understand everything, I am at the place in my life I am deciding to be obedient, because I cannot do this by myself. No matter what I do and how much I try, I cannot do this by myself. It's impossible. I'm gonna fail every time. I don't care how close I get to the goal. I'm gonna fail every time, because I have not put him first. Yes, I believe in God. I love God. I say I love him, or I said I love him, but I just wasn't moving like I did. So I'm finally there, and it's a work in progress, a process every single day. Like, I actively have to choose to build a relationship with him and listen and spend time with him and do things like that, because my flesh will win every single time. And like I said, this is not, I guess, for everyone that don't understand, but the people that get it, they understand, and they know that it's not easy being a Christian. It's really not. But it's like the only way. Like, it sounds crazy, but seriously, it's like the only thing that makes sense. Nothing else makes sense. Nothing else is going to give you a sense of everything around you is falling apart, but your relationship with God is like solid. It's been a very long journey of me not understanding things, and me not wanting to pray because my lack of faith made me feel like, what's the point of praying when nothing's going to change, because it don't look like it's going to change. You know, it's just so much stuff like that. Those are real feelings. That is okay to feel like that, but to have an open relationship with him, to be able to express that with him, is like nothing I can explain. If you walking in life and feel like you're missing something, 9 times out of 10 is that relationship with God. I came to realize that I am not meant to fit in. And I always had a problem with like not necessarily fitting in, and it used to bother me. Like I never felt like I was like a part of the it team or whatever. And it used to bother me, but my mama always told me that I was set apart. And I mean, my siblings too, she's the same thing to them, but I was set apart. I wasn't meant to fit in. And I never understood until I'm an adult. Like, me being different is not anything wrong with that. Like, I truly believe I have a light, and not everybody can handle that light. I'm literally just trying to get through life, and at my big age, just now realizing I can't do it without assistance. So I don't know. I don't really have a topic to talk about because right now I just feel like I'm rambling. And it's so crazy how the enemy works, because every time I do these videos, it never fails. I always feel like I sound stupid, or I sound like nobody wants to really hear this every single time. And it makes me want to just stop and delete the video, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to upload it even if I feel like it sounds crazy, because I know that I got good intentions, and it'll just get better in time as well. So just keep talking and posting and whatever. I did write a couple notes because I just didn't know. I didn't want to start rambling and stuff, but one of my first notes I wrote down is like talking about spiritual warfare, and that's a real thing. And basically, a spiritual warfare is when, what I've noticed, every time I try to get like really tapped in with God, like things feel like it's falling apart. Like, because it is, like, literally it's falling apart because you're doing the things the way that God ordained things, not the way that you set up to do it, if that makes sense. So sometimes you gotta let things fall so it could be rebuilt the way that he wanted it to be. So a part of my spiritual warfare, and not even trying to get too deep, but people that understand, they understand. I suffer from paralysis every time I try to sleep paralysis. Every time I try to tap in and get close to God, I suffer with sleep paralysis, and basically feeling like I'm woke, but I feel like I can't move at all in my sleep, or while I'm laying down. I feel like I can't move, and I've seen things, dark figures, not to go too much in depth, but just I've seen things that seem very dark, and you know, I'm not gonna lie, I was scared. I was very scared, but I know the way to break out of it. Every time I've ever broke out of sleep paralysis, I'll just start speaking in tongues, and you know, I usually come out of it. But the one I had recently, a month and a half, 2 months ago, I had it, and I seen the dark figure, and I wasn't scared because it's like I knew that, you know, it wasn't real, or that I was going through the sleep paralysis. So, you know, the first thing I do, just say Jesus, or, you know, speak in tongues. Well, really speak in tongues, because I didn't even know to say Jesus until I start doing research on sleep paralysis, because this particular time scared me so bad. And I was like, hold on, like I want to research it. And I go into that. So basically, as I was going through it, the dark figure started to get close to me, and I did start to get a little nervous or scared, because usually I just see the dark figure. I don't necessarily see it coming closer to me. It just be around. I feel the presence of it, and I'll just speak in tongues and it'll go away. But this particular time it's getting close, so I tried to speak in tongues, and as I'm trying to do it, a very deep voice came out. And I don't feel like it necessarily said anything, but that the voice didn't necessarily say anything, but it almost was like I was struggling to get words out. And when I did try to get the words out, it was a very deep voice. I guess that's the best way I can explain it. But at that point, I kind of was like moving myself to try to wake myself up, because I knew if I could do that, I could wake up. And I did. I woke up, and then as soon as I woke up completely, I spoke in tongues. And that was it. And I was shook. That was the first time I was scared to like actually go back to sleep. And that happened like at 3-4 o'clock in the morning. So I was really like kind of scared to close my eyes. I didn't want it to happen again. And when I did wake back up, I just started researching stuff about sleep paralysis, because my fear was I had a demon inside of me. Because why did that voice come out that way? Like that was my big thing, and I was that made me nervous. That made me really nervous. That never happened. So I'm like, what? And I didn't want to research or whatever. And I know I'm not supposed to be afraid of anything. So I didn't. I was like, okay, I'm not going to be afraid of anything. I'm going to just believe in God. He goes take care of everything. And I'm going to try not to think about it. So after me doing the research, I always get like a Bible verse. And I got my Bible verse. And hold on. I got to tell y'all what the Bible verse said. Give me 1 second. Okay, I found the verse. It says, if I say, surely the darkness will hide me, and the light will become night around me, even the darkness will not be dark to you. The night will shine like the day, for darkness is as light to you. And that's Psalms 139, 11 through 12. And it's the NIV version. So that's what my Bible quote of the day was, or my Bible verse of the day was. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't believe in coincidences. Like, I feel like everything is ordained, it's the way it's supposed to be. Things mean things, whatever. So when I got that, literally that morning of what happened to me, at 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and I seen that at like 9-10 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, that was confirmation. And to me, that verse just means like, in the darkness, I'm still here. Regardless of what's happening, I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. Even when you scared or whatever, I'm right here. And that's how I took it. So that kind of gave me some type of comfort, because like, I'm not gonna lie, a part of me, like I said, I was afraid to go back to sleep, and I was overthinking a demon being inside of me or whatever, because of the voice I heard, which that's another topic, to be honest, because another topic I even want to go into was like, having sex before marriage and things like that. And just fornication and all, like, them soul ties be real, and you land with people, like, y'all exchange things, and sometimes it do be demons. And like I said, it's another topic for another day, but all I'm saying is that my walk has been very real, for sure, because once I made my decision to completely devote myself into getting to know him and building that relationship that I wanted with him, like my eyes was really open to a lot. And I'm gonna say that even how I even started this journey with me wanting to get closer with God was because, I mean, of course my life was spiraling. Besides that though, he's been calling me to fast for over a year and I just haven't. Like, I'm gonna be real, I didn't want to fast, even though I felt like he was telling me to. And then I finally was like, all right, I feel like he's calling me to fast, I'm gonna fast. And my whole sole purpose of me wanting to fast is so I could hear him. I have a problem with hearing him, or I don't know if I'm hearing him or whatever. And sometimes how to break that what's the word, that block from you knowing if you hear him or not. You need to fast and clear yourself from things. So I did like a Daniel fast. So I was just eating fruits and vegetables, and I took a detox from social media and all, except for TikTok, because TikTok was like, I only watch spiritual things and like things about God on TikTok, and I watched a lot of podcasts, and I was reading my Bible and all those type of things. Like, that was my main focus. That's what I was doing. And as I was doing that, I thought I was just gonna, it sounds crazy, but I thought I was just going, I'm gonna hear God and everything. But no, me fasting has completely changed my life. And I'm not like being dramatic when I say that. Like, the way I look at everything is different. Like, things everything looked so minute. Everything looked so small. Things looked not important. Like, things that I did care about, it just seemed so little. That's the best way to explain it. Like, I really felt like my purpose was, I needed to tell people about him, how good he was, just about the gospel, and wanted to make sure I'm doing the things that's, had me living righteous. Like, I didn't know I was going to go into this fast, not wanting to be, I'm trying to say it without saying it, honestly. But I didn't know I was going to go into this fast not wanting to fornicate anymore and, wait into marriage. Like, I was in a relationship when I went into this fast, a very new relationship with this person that I really, 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 really cared about. I really liked him, and we were dating for months. So that wasn't my intentions. I knew that I wasn't going to participate in anything sexual while I was fasting for my 21 days, but I didn't know that God was going to put on my heart that, no, I need to wait until marriage, because I believe everybody, let me say that everybody sins. None of us is perfect. Like, the only person that was perfect was Jesus, and he doesn't even look for us to be perfect. So what convicts me may not convict you, you know what I mean? But I heard God tell me that no sex before marriage, and I can think of a few reasons why he said that, and I want to be obedient. But I really want to be obedient. Like, that is my goal. Like, when I hear him, I want to move. I want to do what he is calling me to do. So if I heard him say that, that's what I wanted to do. So of course I had to go to my partner, or the person I was, sleeping with and dating. I had to go to that person and tell that person eventually that I didn't want to do those things with that person anymore. Like, I don't want to do it because I heard God tell me otherwise, and I knew that it was a possibility that maybe that person won't want to be with me because of that, and I had to, I'll take it, because I had to know that it wasn't for me anyway, if that's what would have happened. So I did that, and I'm not gonna lie, my flesh got in front of me, I feel, because I really should have came in the situation after getting ready to stop my fast, I really should have just told that person, like, look, God told me this ain't gonna work as far as me, continuing to fornicate with you, blah, blah, blah. And that be it. But I beat around the bush and I was being passive aggressive and saying, well, I don't know. I don't think I want to do it anymore. And saying it in a playful way when I should have just really told that person, like, look, I don't want to do this anymore, and been serious about it. But then when it was time to be serious about it, I was really serious about it, and I know that I surprised that person, and I understood. Like, I would have felt the same way if I was doing something with someone and all of a sudden they like, oh, now I just want to wait into marriage. Like, no, like, girl or boy, we already was doing it, so it's already done. But I can be a born again virgin, like, because God forgave me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can definitely have sinned and then repent and said, I don't want to do that again. And, it'd be okay. I don't got to keep doing it. And the thing is, like, it was a strong possibility that maybe I probably would have did it again. You know what I mean? And I would have had to go back to my Father, Jesus Christ, and have that conversation with him, because I am human. You know what I mean? But I think I just wanted the person I was talking to understand and be like, it's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna try to thug it out with you. That's not necessarily what happened, but before we even got there, God is so good and he is so intentional, because that's not even why me and that person decided to go our separate ways. It was completely, I'm not even gonna go all into it, but something else came up around that topic of marriage or whatever, and I'm gonna just say we was not aligned. Things that were discussed earlier in the relationship, I discovered that it wasn't the same, and feelings have changed about that topic. So we didn't end up breaking up, for that exact reason. And I thank God for that every day, because he needed me to see. He needed me to see exactly what this was for. And if I wouldn't have been obedient, I probably would have still been in a situation that most likely was not going nowhere. And I have a bad habit of being with people too long and having all the signs or whatever, and it's just not working. Like, if I could be transparent, just in my situation now, I have two beautiful children. They are absolutely amazing. I got a 10-year-old boy and a almost 3-year-old girl, and they are literally the best thing that ever happened to me. And I mean that. Do my kids get on my nerves? Absolutely, but they are they're my babies. I love them. They're amazing. But if I could just be honest, like I said, I'm 32 years old, so I'm not married, and I got 2 baby daddies. And I'm not a promiscuous girl at all. Both of my kids' fathers, I thought I was going to marry, but I was in relationships with people that we wasn't aligned. And me not loving myself enough and seeing red flags and not putting God in the center of those relationships, it kind of left me where I'm at. And I know God got somebody for me. I know that. And I'm going to be patient and waiting on that. But I'm just being honest and being transparent with everyone that a lot of things could have been avoided if I would have did things the way that God intended me to do them. Like, yes, he knew I was going to make the decisions that I made. But if I wouldn't have made those decisions, my life might look a little differently. That's all I'm saying. And he's still gonna turn it around for me, because he did just that good. And that's what he does. But a lot of less heartbreak, a lot of less time wasted. You know what I mean? A lot of things could have been avoided. I literally wasted all of my 20s with my son's father. That was an 8-year relationship that I ain't had no business being in. all of my 20s pretty much gone. And then the one with my daughter father, I seen red flags, but I wanted a family so bad, and a lot of my insecurities and just a lot of things. And at the time, like, things don't even be looking like insecurities. They really don't, until you start tapping in and starting to put your faith in God, and you know, just yearning for Him, that you realize and understand why you settled for some of the things you did. And I'm in counseling as well, so that helped a lot. But I'm saying all of that to say that when you get tired and you feel like you don't have a choice but to let somebody else lead your life because you keep running into the same brick wall, you won't understand what I'm saying. Like, I kept running into the same brick wall over and over and over and over and over again. I could not do it by myself. I cannot do it by myself. And I'm choosing not to do it by myself. So does it sound crazy that I am a 32-year-old woman with 2 kids, a single mom, and I'm deciding to wait until marriage? Yeah. I guess it does to the world. It actually really does. It sounds kind of silly. But I gotta know that God told me to be still for a reason. And I am willing to wait on who He has for me. Yeah. So I will continue to be still. Okay, that's enough about relationships, because, I can go on and on about that. Okay, and then the other thing I want to talk about is God, allowing God to be number one in your life. And I mean that with everything. I don't care. It got to the point that I wanted that relationship with Him so bad. When I could make up a decision about small things, I was confiding in Him. I could tell y'all this. It's so, y'all. I literally got so many stories I can really get into it. I can really tell y'all so much, and y'all probably looking at me like I'm crazy. But when I'm tapped in, I'm tapped in, and right now I'm tapped in, and I don't plan to not be. You know what I mean? It was to the point that when I couldn't make decisions, I was confiding in Him and everything. But God is so good. I'm gonna keep saying He is so good and so intentional and so everything be so on point. That's why when people don't believe in God, I'm like, baby, He done showed up too many times for me not to believe in Him. But for example, so when I was fasting or whatever, and I like I said, I'm putting Him in everything. I had a client that reached out to me and basically told me I want you to freestyle on a wig. I love freestyling on wigs. I really do. But for some reason, freestyling on her wig scared me real bad. Because I know that this is not a client. She don't really be wearing color out like that. I remember our last appointment, her telling me that she was kind of nervous to wear blonde. So I'm like, I don't know what color. And she wanted something fun. So I'm like, I don't know what color to do. This is scary. I don't know. So I asked God, you told me I could come to you with anything. I need help. I want to come to you and ask you what color should I pick for this wig? And me listening to Him, really trying to listen to Him, I feel like I heard God tell me to pick these blue colors. And I'm not gonna lie, blue, I'm the first thing I thought about is that's loud. Blue? Out of all colors, blue. But I told myself, I'm not playing, I'm listening to Him. Even when it don't make sense to me, I'm gonna listen to Him. So I end up dyeing the hair blue, right? It came out fire. It was beautiful. It has so many different dimensions of blues or whatever. And I haven't did no blue in years. But it came out beautiful, like so beautiful. I was a little nervous to show her because, like I said, she already told me she's like low key kind of nervous to do color, but she wanted to do color and she really just wanted me to freestyle. So when I showed it to her, I was nervous, and I even showed my sister. My sister was like, "Wow, like that's loud. You talking about blue?" Like she said, "Freestyle, you pick blue." So it was just like a joke or whatever. So when I showed her, I'm like, "Close your eyes," and my heart beating all fast and stuff. And she opened her eyes, and she literally was in love. Like she loved it so much, and I know y'all looking at it like, oh, that's so silly. Like, oh, she just like that. No, it's so much more. It's so much deeper than that. So she was like, yeah, I love this color. She was like, it's crazy because, I think she told me like her nephew passed away or something happened, and she was like, this is the colors of the funeral. Like, what are the chances? Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, little things like that. What are the chances of that happening? That wasn't a coincidence. Like, there's no such thing of coincidences. So, like, I really want to put him and will continue putting him in the center of everything because I know nothing. I know nothing. He knows everything. He is my God to life. He's in front of me, stepping in front of me. And yes. So when I say put him in front of everything, I'm talking about every decision that I make, everything. I'm consulting with him first. I'm gaining my reassurance from him first. Like, that is my priority. That's what I will be doing. And I feel good about that. Even going back to relationships, like, no, my husband, because I will have a husband. Like, I will have a husband that's God-fearing. Like, that is so important to me. I want someone that is God-fearing. Like, I'm talking about how you go lead the household when you have no one leading you. Like, that scares me. Like, who's leading you? Like, we're not even going to get into the subject of being submissive and not submissive, whatever, but who's leading you? You can't lead me. You can't lead my family if you have no one leading you. I need my spouse to be intentional about having a relationship with God and it being an everyday thing, because that is what my life is going to be based on. When we are falling on hard times, even if it's not with each other, I need my significant other to know how to pray and how to get in not just his bag as far as money, but in his book. Like, that's important. I need that. I yearn that. And I'm not settling for anything less than that, because I have for so long and I'm not doing it no more. I want a God-fearing man that truly allows God to lead him in all aspects in life. So, yeah, that was that. God is in the center of everything, which, like, y'all, like I've been saying about this whole career thing, that I don't know what's going on in my career. Like, I feel like God is pulling me to do something different. I really do. I'm so good at what I do, but I feel like when the passion starts to dwindle, he may be calling me to do something else, and I'm really trying to figure out what that something else is. And I'm going to continue to pray about it. But yeah. The next topic, hey, look at me. I done pretty much covered all the topics I want to cover, but I guess I kind of touched on a little bit, but I'm in a very weird spot in my life as far as financially. The economy is so bad. I'm an entrepreneur, so people don't got money, and when they don't got money, they don't got no money to be giving me. So it's been rough being an entrepreneur. But again, like, God is so good because I'm able to still pay my rent, and my rent is high. You know what I mean? And I'm still able to pay this and pay that, and my kids are beyond taken care of. Like, I'm just not used to not being able to, go splurge and do the things that I want to do when I want to do them, because the economy is so bad. But God is still good at the end of the day. But with that being said, me being in the worst spot in my life financially and career wise, but me being so stable in the relationship I have with God, like, speaks volumes. Like, there's a sense of peace. There is a huge sense of peace where I couldn't say that before. I was balling on top of the world and didn't have the peace that I have now. And that's honest about truth. And I'm not perfect, and I'm striving to be more like Jesus every day. I really am. But I'm never going to get there. And I know that. And he knows that. But I want to be intentional on me being better. Me breaking generational curses. Me just wanting to have a divine relationship with God. So, I don't know, y'all. I hope y'all like this series or whatever. I really love talking about this topic because I'm very passionate about it. And I don't know, I have so many testimonies to show people and to tell people how good he is and has been and continue to be. So hopefully y'all like this new series. I would love to have y'all feedback below to tell me some tips and some topics. And I know people be like, people be scared to, like, I need to work on saying like, I really do. But people be afraid to trade in their lifestyle for a Christ-like lifestyle. And I'm here to tell you that it is hard. Don't get me wrong, because we're used to being the way we are, and we're used to going against the grain, or doing the things we're not supposed to do, because, like, we're flesh. We have to kill our flesh every single day. You know what I mean? And that's not a easy thing to do. It's not. It feels better to not do right, to be honest. It seems fun. It seems enjoyable. You know what I mean? But honestly, truthfully speaking, it's like I keep saying, like, the peace of living Christ-like is something I cannot explain. It's something that I would not trade for the world. I don't ever want to be that person I was. I don't ever want to go back to the things that I used to do. I don't have a desire to. I don't have a desire to listen to certain type of music. I don't. And I am a music head. Everybody know I am a music head. I love music. I'm the first one listening to the first thing that came out. That's who I am. But I don't have a desire to go back to doing those things. I don't have a desire to be in relationships that are meaningless. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. They don't mean anything. I don't have a desire to do that. I don't have a desire to be in sexual relationship with anyone. I don't, because when I say I really am saving myself for my husband, I mean that. I'm saving it. I'm saving it for him. So yeah, I have traded in everything. Like, I don't have a desire. I try my best not to, like, cuss. And that's not because I'm trying. You know what I think is funny? Not to switch the subject, but people are like, oh, you're holier than thou. Like, that's the point. Like, I want to be holy, like, for sure. Like, if it condemns you or make you feel some type of way that I've changed, like, maybe you're deflecting and maybe you need to, like, I don't know, like, work on that. Because I'm just literally doing what I feel like is best for me and what's working. I'm not doing anything bad. I'm not walking around telling people they go to hell, like, at all. Because honestly, we all sin. We all sin. Now, if we have a conversation about something, like, that's something different. We could talk about it. We definitely could talk about it. But I'm never about to sit up here and make a person feel like I am better than them, because I am not. I am not worthy. I am not better than anyone else. I'm not. I sin. I have sinned. I'm going to sin like everyone else. But I am being more intentional on not purposely sinning and not doing things, being disobedient. And just leave it at that. But even when we go back to the music, like, I got a playlist that's out this world, y'all, and it's all like gospel, rap, R&B, and old school gospel. And I don't feel like I'm missing on anything, any music, any of that, like, none of that. So it's just like I have replaced everything with God, and it feel good. It feel good over here. It really do. So it's not even that bad. I promise y'all. Like, it's a transition, but it's not that bad. Like, everything is good. Things is good. Instead of me cussing people out, I'm like, take it up with my maker. You know what I mean? Take it up with him. Like, I'm not even about to waste my energy on going back and forth with anybody. I will pray for you, baby. That's all I can do. But yes, I am rambling now. That's just where my life is right now. And I see so much growth within myself. And I'm starting to feel whole in places I never felt whole before. It's been a journey, and I am excited to continue on going on this journey with my faith walk, and in the midst of it all, still being pretty and saved. Did y'all like that plug? Okay, I'm being silly, but no, seriously, like, this is what this about. Being pretty and saved, big on the saved. And I promise that pretty thing, it really don't got nothing to do with the outside. It really don't. Like, pretty starts from within. It really do. That pretty thing starts from within. So, big on pretty and saved. But yeah, this is the look I came up with. Like I said, I do have if y'all want to see detailed videos, I have videos that's detailed with me telling y'all everything I put on and, you know, all of that. But like I said, this is the new series that I have, episode 1, Pretty and Saved, and just talking about God and our journeys. And I would love to hear some of y'all's stories and some encouraging words in the comments. And I don't know, I love you guys so much, and hopefully this helps somebody, because like I said, I'm 32 years old and I am just now developing a real, true, solid relationship with Jesus Christ. But yeah, before I leave, I did want to show y'all my Bible, because I'm gonna leave the link below. Let me show y'all. Hold on. So this is my Bible. It's so cute. I love it. I got the tabs in the Bible from Amazon, and she is so pretty. And it is it's not. Got the New and Old Testament in here. And I love this Bible because, like, for example, Genesis, it kind of give a kind of overview, and then it kind of go into like asking questions, like a more of a breakdown. I love like I love a breakdown, you know what I mean? Just a more clarification. And if you could tell, the text is bigger too. So I love that. So I got that from Amazon, and I also received, I didn't receive, I actually purchased the stuff. I bought my highlighters. So if y'all know how thin the Bible pages are, if you use a regular highlighter, it's going to bleed through. These are made for the, Bible pages are thin pages in general. I love these. Love the colors. They come in a lot of colors. And the tabs, they like faux leather tabs, and they came with all of the ones I already put on there, but it had extras and these Bible tabs as well. It's just a really good purchase. All this stuff was bought separately with my own money. So yeah, I will leave everything in the description below, but I mean, I have to get a pink Bible because it's pink. So yes, I love y'all so much, and I'm excited to do another one of these. Again, leave any, I guess, constructive criticism or not, but you know what? Nope. My truth is my truth. If y'all feel like that y'all want to hear me talk more on the subject, if I can, I will. Because like I said, this is the beginning of my journey. I don't know everything. I'm just trying my best. Honestly, I am trying my best to get closer with Jesus. So yes, be nice in the comments. I love y'all so much, and I will see y'all next time.